And the next question is, three vertices of a parallelogram ABCD taken in order are A 3, 6, B 5, 10, C 3, 2. Find coordinates of fourth vertex D, length of diagonal BD, equation of side AB of the parallelogram ABCD. So this is the given question. So question is very much similar to the questions which we have already done, and you can see this is a question of ICSE 2015. So let's start with the question. As I have already told you, anytime if you can draw the figure of the given information, you try to draw it. So here we can see in the question it's given to us parallelogram ABCD. So let's try to figure it out so that when we are attempting the question, it becomes easy for us to attempt it. So I am drawing one parallelogram ABCD taken in order. Taken in order means in the same order I have to take. If here is A point, then after A, B should come this way. B should not come here or here. In this order or maybe in this order, the order should be this only, ABC. So ABCD. So let's write the coordinates. A's coordinates are 3, 6. B's coordinates 5, 10. C's coordinates 3, 2. Find the coordinates of the fourth vertex. So coordinates of D you have to find, length of diagonal BD. So let's join at diagonal. So this length you have to find, and equation of the side AB of the parallelogram ABC. So here we have side AB, so its equation you have to find. In first question, in first part, you have to find the coordinates of the fourth vertex D. So how to do? See, for this question, you should know the properties of parallelogram. So properties of parallelogram means what is a parallelogram. I'll just discuss the properties so that it will be easy for you to attempt such questions. Maybe in some other question you will have to find something else. So let's discuss properties of parallelogram. So if parallelogram ABCD I have, so what are the properties? In parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel to each other. So that means AB is parallel to CD. Also they are equals to each other. That means AB is equal to CD. I'm just discussing all the properties. So AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. So opposite sides are parallel as well as equal to each other. So AD is equals to BC. Opposite angles are equal. So opposite angles, see, opposite to A angle C, we have angle A is equals to angle C and angle B is equals to angle D. Diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. So diagonals are BD and AC. These diagonals, they are bisecting each other. So if I have another diagonal, so if the point of intersection, it's point O. So what does it mean? Diagonals bisect each other. That means one diagonal is cutting the other diagonal into two equal parts. So which means here AO is equals to OC, AO is equals to OC and BO is equals to OD, because both the diagonals, so this diagonal is bisecting this one, that means these two are getting divided into equal parts, and similarly these two are getting divided into equal parts. So these are the properties of parallelogram. Now in this question, this property we will use. Diagonals bisect each other. So here you can see AO is equals to OC and DO is equals to B. What does it mean? So bisection means here we have to use midpoint formula. So whenever any line, suppose this is getting bisected, So bisected means it is getting divided in equal two parts. Okay, so that means AO is equals to OC. If it is getting divided into two equal parts, that means point O is the midpoint of this line. So what we will do, see, we have to find the coordinates of vertex D. For that, we will make use of diagonal AC. We'll find its midpoint, and then with the help of this midpoint, which is also the midpoint of side BC, we will find the coordinates of D. So AC line I am using now. So this is line AC. Point O is the midpoint of AC. So midpoint's coordinates are XY. A's coordinates I am writing 3, 6. C's coordinates 3, 2. So let's write it as X1, Y1, and this is X2, Y2. So we will use midpoint formula. X is equals to X1 plus X2 upon 2. So I have already written here X1 is 3, X2 is also 3 by 2. So 3 plus 3, 6 by 2, which is again equals to 3. So we have found the value of X as 3. Now let's find the value of Y coordinate. So Y coordinates midpoint formula is Y1 plus Y2 by 2. Y1 6, Y2 2 by 2. 6 plus 2, 8 by 2, which is equals to 4. So Y's value we have found equals to 4. So we have found the coordinates of point O, which is 3, 4. Now we will make use of these coordinates. Like you can see, O is not only the midpoint of side AC, it is also the midpoint of BD, because here diagonals are bisecting each other. So if this is line BD, so B's coordinates we know, I'll write it, it is 5, 10. These coordinates we don't know, so I'll be writing it as XY, or we can write it as X2, Y2, because this is the midpoint whose coordinates we know, 3, 4. So because I am using midpoint formula, so I have taken these coordinates as X2, Y2. So B's coordinates are X1, Y1. So let's find again why we have to apply midpoint formula here. We have to apply midpoint formula here because O is the midpoint of BD, and here we know the coordinates of point B also and the coordinates of point D also, point O also. So I will be using midpoint formula, for which X coordinate is equals to X1 plus X2 by 2. So here X1, this is XY, the coordinates of midpoint. So X is already we found now. So value of X is 3, which I am substituting. X1 is 5 and X2 is X2 only, because that is what we have to find by 2. Now this X2 we have to find, that means everything we will shift to other side. First of all, let's shift 2. So 2, it is getting divided here. When we are shifting to other side, it will get multiplied. So 3 into 2 is equals to 5 plus X2. 3 into 2 is 6. 6 is equals to 5 plus X2. Now we have to find X2, which means again this 5 we have to shift to other side. Here 5 is getting added and it is plus 5. So when we are shifting it to other side, it will be changed to minus 5. So 6 minus 5 is equals to X2. 6 minus 5 is equals to 1, which means X2 we have got equals to 1. Now we will apply again midpoint formula for Y coordinate and we'll find the value of Y2. So Y coordinates is Y1 plus Y2 by 2. Y coordinates value we already know here, which is equals to 4. Y1's value is 10. Y2 is Y2 only, because this is what we have to find by 2. Because we have to find Y2, so we will shift everything other than Y2 to other side. So first of all, we will shift this denominator. So here it is getting divided. When we are shifting it to other side, it will get multiplied. So 4 into 2 is equals to 10 plus y2. 4 into 2 is 8 is equals to 10 plus y2. Y2 we have to find, which means with this 10 we have to shift to other side. So when this 10 which is getting added here and it is positive 10, when we shift it to other side it will change to minus 10. So 8 minus 10 is minus 2. So y coordinates value we have found minus 2. So in this question, the first point of the question was find the coordinates of fourth vertex D. So we have found the coordinates of fourth vertex D and the coordinates are 1, minus 2. So here also I can write now. So 1, minus 2. So first is done. Now length of diagonal BD. So whenever you have to find length in coordinate geometry, so which formula we will use? We will always make use of distance formula. So whenever we have to find length, we will make use of distance formula. So distance formula I am going to write here. So length of BD is equals to, I will be using distance formula. Distance formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this formula also I have discussed in the introductory video. So coordinates of B and D we will use here. So B's coordinates are 5, 10 and D's coordinates just now we have found, and D's coordinates are 1, minus 2. So B's coordinates I am writing as x1 by 1, D's coordinates as x2 by 2. So accordingly we will substitute here. X1 value is under the root, x1's value is, x2 is 1 minus 5 whole square plus y2 is minus 2 minus 10 whole square. See, in distance formula you can also write x1 minus x2 and here y1 minus y2. Your answer will not change. So 1 minus 5 is minus 4 whole square plus minus 2 minus 10 is minus 12 whole square. So 4 the square is 16. So square of the negative is always positive, so you have to remember this. So minus 4 the square also if you do it is plus 16. Minus 12 the square also if you do it is 144. So 144 plus 16. So 160 under the root 160. So 160 is, if you are solving its factors, so answer is, so square root 160 we have got, and when we are solving square root of 160, you can solve it square root by making the factors. 4 into 4 is 16 into 10. So 4 and 4 you can take out because one pair we are getting and 10 will be inside only. So BD is equals to 4 root 10 units. Square root anyway you can solve. You know the method, by prime factorization also you can solve, or directly also by factorizing you can do. And root 10 no need of further solving it. You can write the distance like this only. Now let's solve the third part. So length of diagonal BD also we have found, which is equals to 4 root 10 units. So now the third thing which we have to find is equation of side AB. So equation of side AB we have to find. So AB's coordinates we know. I'll just rewrite it because we have to find the equation of AB now. Equation of side AB. So I'll just write the coordinates. For writing equation of line, we know three forms. So I'll just recall these these three forms. Y is equals to mx plus c. Y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. X upon a plus y upon b is equals to 1. So these are the three forms of equation of line, and first of all you should know all the three forms, and then you have to decide which form you can use here. Again you can see we have to find the equation of this line. If you have to find the equation of this line, what we know here, we know the coordinates. So if we know the coordinates, so always which form we have to use? Second form. Y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. So for this form we need slope. So let's find slope first of all. So slope's formula, m is equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So here I'll write x1 y1 x2 y2. So m is equals to y2 is 10, y1 is 6, x2 is 5, x1 is 6. So 10 minus 6, 4, 5 minus 6, minus 1. So we can see minus 1, minus 4. Slope's value we have got equals to minus 4. Now easily we can find the equation. I'll just rewrite the form. Y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. Y minus any coordinates you can use. Coordinates of A also, coordinates of B also, as x1, y1. Equation will be same. So I'm using the coordinates of point A. So y minus y1. y1 is 6. M's value just now we have found minus 4. I am substituting. X minus x1. x1 is 3. So y minus 6 is equals to this minus 4 we will multiply, minus 4x plus 12, minus 4 into x minus 4, minus 4 into minus 3 is plus 12. Now everything we will shift on the same side. So y minus 6 is already there. I am just writing it as it is. This minus 4x, when we are shifting it to other side, it will be changed to plus 4x. Plus 12, when we are shifting it to other side, it will be changed to minus 12. Other side nothing is there, so we will write 0. Now like terms we will write. So y minus, see minus 6 and minus 12, these two are like terms. So this will become minus 6 minus 12 is minus 18 plus 4x is equals to 0. You can write it as 4x plus y minus 18 is equals to 0. So this is the required equation. So I have just rearranged. X I have written first, then I have written y term, then the constant term. So this is the equation of line AB.